Yeah, they say it is called Townsizing. They always got to have a trendy name for something, don't they? They can't just be like, I wanted. It was staycation. Now I guess it's Townsizing. So you got to change your vernacular.
But downsizing for any of us is like, we are the luckiest downsizers anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, just California, I think, would be the only place that'd be more cool. Everybody comes here for vacation.
I think what's slightly different between a staycation and this Townsizing, as they're talking about, is you would travel a little bit, but it'd be a day trip.
Okay.
So to me, a staycation is, and we do that. My wife and I, when we get out of season, we're always looking for deals on hotels. And so we stay places that we wouldn't be able to afford if we're in season in South Florida.
Like go over to the Breakers or go
yeah.
to PGA National.
So many places,
Get those summer rates.
Right. Yeah, we'll go stay in Brickell or someplace like that and, check something out. So what Townsizing more is like is checking out a little town that is full of quaint shops and restaurants, like something you might see in the Hallmark Channel. You know how they have that awesome town, it looks too perfect? But there are some towns that are pretty awesome like that to go to. And I was kind of curious, if you were going to do a day trip here in Florida, what would be those towns that you would want to check out?
I enjoyed Apalachicola so much. It's about 45 minutes south of Tallahassee.
Okay.
And we stayed at this house that was a big bed and breakfast. There was a little cute downtown area with shops and antique stores and restaurants.
Right.
I really loved the charm of that town. I think Naples, even a little bit bigger than your Apalachicolas. Naples is so charming.
Right.
Loved exploring Naples. Any place in the Keys, all those little towns from Key Largo down to Key West.
Yeah.
There are so many little cute towns that you can explore.
Yeah, I think, if you're not from South Florida, when you think the Keys, you think there's Key West, maybe Marathon. But yeah, Isla Morada, which even sometimes gets a little bit packed. And so some people are telling me maybe towns like Tavernier and things like that, you can find a good place to kind of hang out and call that all good.
There's lots of little waterfront restaurants tucked into neighborhoods and little canals where people live, and there's boats, and it's just, there's whole communities that we've never explored because we're just driving to Key West.
And that's kind of what they're saying. If you are thinking about wanting to do a summer vacation, but you don't want something that's so expensive and you don't want to deal with flying, what would be the Florida towns that you would rank out as the best to go check out? I think you named a couple really great ones, and that's exactly what they're looking like. They maybe have a really quaint downtown. St. Augustine, to me, is one of those towns, if you haven't gone there for a while, to check that out.
It's so charming. The downtown, the cobblestone streets, and I'm going to hit up St. Augustine because they have the Capybara Cafe.
Oh, that's
and
where
I'm
you go.
Dying to go to the Capybara Cafe.
You chill with those oversized rodents?
Yeah, they're like big, huge rats, and they're friendly.
Do we know if they bite?
I don't think they bite, but I'll tell you after I go.
Okay. So people are hitting us up with some places to check out. 877-979-WRMF. I'm getting several different people that are saying Mount Dora. Do you know anything about Mount Dora? They say that is a great, exactly what we're talking about, a quaint little town to go and check out.
What's there?
I'd like to know. Let us know. I'm getting the Sebastian Vero, and even some people are saying, don't snooze on downtown Stewart, which is very quaint. Especially, too, if you're from Miami, you've never done downtown Stewart, it's quiet, but it's nice. It's very walkable.
Lovely. The shops, the restaurants. There are several really great restaurants right there.
Mm-hmm. They also said Hutchinson Island, yes. Sebring, Jensen Beach, we know all that. They said Yankeetown. Have you ever heard of Yankeetown?
Where's that?
I have no idea. I don't know what Yankeetown is. That's brand new to me.
Is that where the Yankees have spring training? I don't know.
That's just St. Pete. I don't know. I don't think there's anything special about that. Also, Winter Park is getting a little bit of love. And a place called Rosemary Beach. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
I've never heard of that at all either. So, yeah, if you're still maybe a little bit lost on what you're going to do exactly for your summer vacation, and Townsizing sounds awesome. for you, just finding maybe a cool thing? Like, I want to do the springs that they have, but now I've heard that Jenny Spring, the only spring I really know of, is too crowded.
There's so many people.
That's where everybody goes, and that's the last thing I want, is to go in there and have a gazillion people.
No, because it's all kind of people in the spring, and nobody's getting out to use the restroom. Right. So what do you think's in the spring?
Exactly. It ain't fresh.
No.
And the Jenny Springs, too polluted for me, but somebody said Rainbow Springs is a lot better.
Okay.
So now we've talked about that's going to become the one that's going to be polluted.
Rainbow will be the one that everybody is peeing in the springs.
Exactly. And getting some love for Dunedin. That is one. And other people are commenting on Mount Dora, which I think Denny said his parents used to live there.
Okay.
They said it's a beautiful town up north of Orlando. Beautiful big oak trees on Lake Dora. They got an awesome downtown. It's even better than Stewart. And I got to get a little bit of love to Lakeland as well. That's a quaint little town now. Their downtown is very nice.
Your cousin lives there.
It's my aunt, yeah.
Oh, your aunt lives there.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Okay.
It's a good little town. Just do not mess around in Polk County. Do not break the law. Because you got Sheriff Grady T. Judd in there. And he stops everybody. He's not messing around.
This is how we do. It's the KBJ Show.